Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today we're going to be doing a cash envelope stuffing for the paycheck that I received on August 19th, 2021. If you guys are interested in seeing that, please stick around. So I have my cash envelope breakdown all set up here for the paycheck that I received on August 19th, 2021. I'm actually filming this on the 20th. I wasn't able to get to the bank yesterday after work, so I ran quick this morning and now I am filming this video finally. I'm going to be starting out this video with a little bit of an update on my emergency fund. So I have an emergency fund at my bank. It is a separate bank account, but I'm always looking for ways to try and continue bumping up that emergency fund without feeling like I'm really pulling away from my other savings goals that are incorporated into my budget. So at the end of every pay period, I take whatever unused cash I have for my cash envelopes, which are my eating out, gas, and miscellaneous envelopes, and I put it into this emergency fund. So on the 18th, the day before I got paid, I did pull $61 out of my cash envelopes and I put it into this envelope. I should have a total of $211 in here, so I thought I'd take it out and count it all with you guys. All right, we have 100, 120, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 201, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So $211. This is definitely growing slowly. My goal is to get to $1,000 and then I will deposit it into my emergency fund checking account. And as you can see, I've been saving since May, so about 3 months now, but I'm still happy with that. Again, if I was starting from scratch, I'd probably be putting a little bit more effort into this or putting a little bit more cash into this, but since I already have enough emergency fund established, this is just to kind of slowly keep growing in the background. Next, we're going to be stuffing the variable expense cash envelopes that I have. Again, those are eating out, gas, and miscellaneous. These are the same ones that I used last pay period. I generally only switch out my envelopes like once a month or every other pay period. So I'm sticking with the ones that I've been using. And first we're going to be stuffing the eating out envelope, which gets $50, and I'm going to be taking that out in two 20s and a 10. A big reason why I use two 20s and a 10 and not a single $50 bill is because I'll stop at Dunkin' sometimes, and breaking a 50 there, they don't always love to do it, or since I'm going first thing in the morning, sometimes they don't have enough change. So I always take out two 20s and a 10, but I actually haven't stopped at Dunkin', gosh, in at least 3 weeks. So I haven't updated any of my envelopes yet, but I will definitely put in here that I am making a deposit of $50. My next cash envelope is the gas cash envelope, and I am putting $50 in a $50 bill. And again, I will update my tracker on the back. And lastly, for my variable cash spending, I have my miscellaneous envelope. I've talked a lot in the past about how I like to use larger denominations because I feel like I tend to spend them less. But when it comes to my miscellaneous envelope, in recent months, I've been taking out this denomination combo, which is 100, a 50, two 20s, and a 10. And the reason I've been doing that is to make sure that I have the right bills I need for my 2021 savings challenges. So again, I'm going to be pulling out a $100 bill, a $50 bill, two 20s, and a 10. This has been working well for me with regards to denominations. So 150, 170, 190, 200. Perfect. So I'm going to put that in here, and again, I haven't updated my tracker. It actually still says that I have $60 in here, but I don't. I pulled out that 60 as part of what I put into my emergency fund. So I'll note that on here, and then I'll note that I deposited 200 into here. So that is it for my variable spending cash envelopes. And next we're going to be addressing my sinking funds. I'm so excited to be saving for my sinking funds. These are actually sinking funds for 2022. As you can see, it says that on all of these envelopes here. I have finished saving for my 2021 sinking funds and have started working on 2022 early. That way I don't have to save as much out of each paycheck towards my sinking funds to meet their goals. So the first sinking fund that we're going to be stuffing is my travel sinking fund, which is going to be getting $50 in a single $50 bill. Now, again, I haven't updated my trackers. So in here, currently there is a 50. I'm adding 50, so that should give us a total of $100. And as you can see, that's what we've got. Next, I'm going to be stuffing my Christmas sinking fund, and I'm going to be taking out $20 in a 20 and a 5. I do have a 5. It was just sitting so low, you guys couldn't see it in the screen. So currently I have $25 in this cash envelope, so I should end up with a total of 50. Put that together and let's count it. 20, 40, 45, 50. Perfect. Okay, next we have my subscriptions. So this is getting $10. I think this amount is going to be changing come to my next cash envelope because I am planning on switching my Hulu from paying monthly to paying annually. I got the idea to look at a bunch of the more luxury kind of television and music items that I have, like my Hulu, my Netflix, my Spotify, to see if I could pay them annually and get a discount. After looking at all the ones that I have, the only one that I can switch to annually that I haven't done so already is my Hulu. So subscriptions currently is for paying for Amazon Prime and my Disney Plus, but it is soon going to also include paying for my Hulu. So this $10 is probably going to go up a little bit, but switching to paying my Hulu annually is definitely saving me money, so it's going to be worth it. So look out for that in my next it could be my next budget with me, or if I forget to mention it, definitely my next cash envelope stuffing. So this currently has $10 in it already, and I am going to be pulling out another 10 in a $10 bill, so it should end up with 20, and that is what we have. I'm just going to move these bills down a little bit so that my hundreds aren't cut off anymore. Perfect. So next we're going to be stuffing my medical sinking fund. That is going to be getting $20 in a $20 bill. And this is used to pay copays and any prescriptions that I need. And I do wear glasses, so to put towards my glasses. So we had 20 in here. I'm adding 20. We have a total of 40 now. Next is my car maintenance sinking fund. So this is a rolling sinking fund, and so this, you're going to see, has a lot more cash in it than my other sinking funds. I did take the money that I had been saving since January 2021 and I put it into this envelope, so all of my cash, my car maintenance cash was together. The reason why this amount is so high and so much higher than my other sinking funds is because this is not only just for car maintenance like oil changes, brakes, tires, if I need any other type of tune-up or checkup, but it's also for my car insurance, which I pay annually, and my car taxes, which I pay annually. So that's why this amount is so much. That's why I'm pulling out $120, and I'm going to do that in a $100 bill and in a $20 bill. In this envelope right now, I currently have $595. So if I take my calculator, I have $595 in there. I'm adding $120. So I should end up with $715. Let me pull out what's in there, add in this cash, and then I'm going to count it all up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 710, 11, 12, 13, 14, 715. Perfect. This is a really exciting amount to have in here. My car is 7 years old, so I know eventually it's going to start needing more work done to it. And I don't have any intention of purchasing a new car anytime soon. I have a Honda CR-V. It's a pretty reliable vehicle. My mother actually has a Honda CR-V as well. She has a newer one. Hers is, I think it's a 2018 or a 2019, but prior to that, she had a 99 Honda CR-V that legitimately lasted her 20 years. Yeah, so she must have purchased it in 2019, her new one, because it lasted her 20 years and she literally only did basic maintenance to it. And I remember her calling me from the dealership saying, I brought my car in and they're telling me that it needs a couple of things done to it and it's going to be a few $1,000s. And I said, Mom, okay, this is the moment. Your car is 20 years old. They're telling you you need to put a few $1,000s into it. You have no idea if it's going to break down next week and need a couple $1,000s more done to it. This is when you need to say goodbye and we need to buy a new car for you. And she was like devastated to have to do that because she loves her car, but she did. She got a brand new Honda CR-V and it's, you know, obviously been great. It's only a couple years old. So knowing that the car lasted my mom 20 years, and I'm confident that I'm going to be able to get at least 15 out of it. That's what I'm like praying for, because when my car's 15, I'll be 40, and I figured I could buy myself my dream car as a big 40th birthday gift to myself. And my dream car is a Volvo. I like really want a Volvo XC60. So we'll see what happens when that time actually comes. But I'm not intending on buying a car anytime soon. So making sure that this sinking fund is kind of bulked up for me, I think, is very important. Next sinking fund is going to be birthdays, and that is getting $20 in a $20 bill. And it should have a 20 in it right now. Yep, so total that is $40 into my birthday sinking fund. Very exciting. And then lastly, we have holidays. This is for candy for Halloween. If I want any decorations for Thanksgiving or Christmas, anything decorative for Easter, things like that. And it is, again, getting a $20 bill. Oh, also Mother's Day, Father's Day. That was the main reason I ended up making this a sinking fund. Mother's Day and Father's Day as well. So again, it should have 20 in there, and I'm adding $20, so we have a total of $40. And lastly, I have some cash left for rent. I do pay rent in cash, and I usually take it out in 300s and 650s. So I'm going to count this up and make sure that's what I have. 1, 2, 300, 354, 455, 556. Perfect. I don't have an envelope for this, so I'm just going to set this aside. The last thing that I wanted to do was kind of show you guys my monthly view, because that's where I mark off my 2021 savings challenges. So today's the 20th. I got paid on the 19th. I'm not getting paid again until September 2nd. So I need to pull out $20 for the 23rd and $20 for the 30th of September for my 2021 savings challenges. So that's a total of $40, and I am intending on pulling that out from my miscellaneous envelope, which should be right here. So I usually pull out any 2021 savings challenges that need to come from cash envelopes from my miscellaneous envelope. And the reason I do that is because I stuffed this one with the most money, and I feel like I'll miss that $40 least from this category. So let me grab my envelope for the August 2021 savings challenges. This envelope is updated from last time I contributed, so it does have a total of $60 in here. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking $40 out of my miscellaneous envelope. So I have two $20 bills here. I'll be left with 160, so 100, 150, 160. I'll put that back into my miscellaneous envelope. And then I'm going to put this $40 into my my August envelope for the savings challenges, I do want to add up what my totals should be. So it has 60 in it already, and I'm adding 40, which should be 100. Perfect. And so let's make sure that that's what we have. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Perfect. So again, I will update the cash envelope to show the 2 more that I contributed $20 for 2 more weeks. And that's it. That is it for the cash envelope stuffing for this week. I am really looking forward to the month of September with regards to budgeting. I'm not going to have any more bills than usual, I guess I'd say. I mean, I definitely will have a couple of expenses that aren't common for me. I do have a wedding towards the end of September, and you're going to see that reflected in my budget. But the reason why I'm really excited is because it is a 3 paycheck month for me, which means that it gives me a little bit more wiggle room each time I get paid to contribute more to my savings goals. And so I'm really, really excited to make my savings contributions pretty impactful in the month of September. And hopefully you guys will see that as I'm going through all of my budget with me for the month. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this cash envelope stuffing. If you have any comments or questions, please do not hesitate to put them down below. And please, as always, be safe. Bye, guys.